Hi guys, I did a teardown video on this car yesterday and I replaced the receiver in it because I couldn't get my transmitters to talk to it. Now, I just watched the video back and something occurred to me, and if I don't try it out, I'll be forever wondering about it. I even watched the previous video I did with this back in 2018, and I could have had the same problem back then. What happened in the last video was when I was desoldering the wires, the black wire fell off the tag on the battery tag. And it just occurred to me that one of the reasons it may not have worked was it may have had no power going to it. Now, when I did the previous video back in 2018, I was using a meter to test, but I was putting the black lead of the meter directly onto the battery terminal rather than on where the black wire came up to the receiver. So it's in the back of my mind, it's just possible that the problem might have been a loose solder joint on the negative battery terminal. And that's going to worry me or annoy me if I don't actually check it. So I'm going to have to take this all apart again. I won't bore you by showing you me take it all apart again, but I will take it all apart, desolder the receiver that I put in there, put this one back in, making sure that I solder the black lead to the negative battery terminal, and we'll see what happens. So we will skip forwards now and see whether I got a result or not. Well, I've put it back together with the original receiver, and I've tried the stock of 40 megahertz transmitters that I've got, and it doesn't talk to any of them. I did hope it might have talked to the Nikko one, because that looks like the right sort of one, doesn't it? It's even got the same little plastic bobble on the end of the aerial that that one had. But it doesn't talk to it. None of them do. This one nearly does. It's another 40 megahertz one. If I hold the aerial right close to it and press the forwards, we get a little twitter. Can't think of a suitable word. That's it. Nothing else has any effect. Left, right doesn't do anything. Backwards doesn't do anything. But forwards gives us just a little bit of a murmur of information. A grain of understanding. Whatever. So, yeah, it wasn't the power lead that was loose. So I'd watched the videos back, and it just occurred to me that it was vaguely possible that it could have been the black power lead was loose on the battery terminals. So I put it all back together, resoldered it all, and no, it wasn't that. But if I hadn't got it, somebody would make a comment at some time in the future, years to come, saying it looks like the battery lead was loose. I'd have to dig it out if I still had it and try it out. So there you go. I mean, just for information, that's the sort of thing I used to do with lots of my charity shop finds. I've got loads of transmitters. Those are my 40 megahertz ones. I've got about 2 or 3 times as many 27 megahertz. They seem to be more common. And I used to buy a car in a charity shop. They'd never have the transmitter with them, and then I'd sit down with my bag full of transmitters to see if any of them spoke to it. Most of the 27s are fairly well compatible with each other, and most of the 40s are, but not all of them. So there we go. Waste of time, but I gave it a go.
Thanks for watching. You'll find more information down in the video description. You might like to watch that video up there, and you might like to subscribe over there.